How's it going, everybody? Max and Rich here, checking out Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Yes.
We have a bunch of new characters to show you guys. We're going to try to run through them all real quick here. Most of these are going to be the new DLC characters you guys have been talking about. Right?
Yeah, we got the new DLC characters, and then we're also going to be covering some of the characters that you're just going to be able to play off the bat day one.
Okay.
So it's like P.Jack, the guys that we announced recently. It's like P.Jack,
We got
Forrest,
Tiger,
and also Alex. So no one's ever seen these guys on camera, and we can dork out and also play around with the awesome practice mode.
I know, you were hyping up all the
Yes.
different options and stuff you guys got in your practice mode. So we'll definitely have to check that out as well. And it looks like we're starting out with P.Jack and Ancient Ogre.
Yes.
So let's talk about, I remember Ancient Ogre was in Tekken 3?
Yeah, his first appearance was Tekken 3.
Or his first appearance.
He was one of the bosses, and if you beat him, he eventually turned into True Ogre.
Yeah, with his crazy snake arm,
yes,
and his fire breathing.
But a lot of the moves for those two characters in the first one, they were really similar. But this time around, since True Ogre's in the game, Ogre's going to have a ton of stuff that's just unique to himself.
Okay.
So I think just jumping into it, you're going to see he's got a throwback bear hug.
Yep.
For his left throw, but for the right one,
it's
the force choke, you know what I mean?
Oh, he's got that Darth Vader action
That is
going
pretty
on.
cool. And then he also has something for all the old school Tekken heads that really use the tag system.
Okay.
And I think that's one of the coolest things, seeing how these characters adapted to the Tag 2 system, which has, tag crash, tag assault, and all these different things into it. So what I can do is I can demo a couple of combos.
Sure, go for it.
So let's see.
I know, performing for the camera is always a fun time. So, always get it the first time.
So that's a cool thing where, I was able to use Ogre's shoulder to really elevate the guy. Tagging Jack, he does crazy stuff. I do more crazy stuff. And it's a ton of fun. And I think that everyone's going to have their own unique combos. Mine is probably still going to be the best out there. But I think the more people go ahead and explore what you can do in this game, it's going to be, everything's unlimited, man.
So what's a good starting point for Ancient Ogre's playstyle? How does he feel compared to other cast members?
So his playstyle is, he's not a combo heavy guy because he doesn't have as many launchers as the other characters in the game.
Okay.
But what he does have for all those combo heavy players out there is that he's got a generic hop kick, which does wonders. So I mean, you being able to sidestep, anticipating good moves, is going to put you in a good damage range. And that's where he's going to be really strong. But when you're playing a close range game, what he has are these tracking moves that are going to track 360. Whether
so somebody tries to sidestep left or right.
If you notice that they're one of those players who like to sidestep to the left or right, he is going to be a really good character because he's got moves that track and that are mid, but then also that are low.
Okay.
And then what's cool is that if they're one of those guys that like to sidestep and attack, he can actually get combos off of it. So he's really good as far as the one-hit solo game. He's got a really good wall game because some of his safe moves against the wall would grant you a wall splat to get you additional damage. Okay. What else does he have? One of the cool things he has, let me reset this, is he's got a ton of moves that you can tag out of. So
yeah, we saw that that high kick.
That high kick
earlier.
You can tag. You can also do it off the shoulder that he can tag off of. Oh, I'm not pressing tag on, that's why. So that's a good thing. But what he also has is that as a partner,
okay,
he is a really good assistant because he's got that 2-hit string that'll send people up. You really, as far as the formula for what people should be looking for in their juggles is something to extend it and basically bring them up higher.
Okay. So
P.Jack can do something like this in the middle of.
And then that leaves him nice and high.
Leaves him nice and high. You can do tons of crazy crap. And yes, but he also has a pretty good throw game because his command throw is going to allow you to tag and allow your partner to do any of his quicker moves. And I think as players are going to jump in and look for, I'm going to get dorky, but 12 frame moves that can do something where you would get a wall splat. Normally you could only get 50 damage, but if you time it right and you space it, you can really get close to.
So it kind of sounds like Ancient Ogre would be the character you would want to have on point. It sounds like he's good at setting up the enemy for his partner to come in and finish off with a quicker combo.
I think for point, the point character, I want my point character to be the one who's going to be out the most because when he's back in tag, he's going to be able to regen all that red life.
Okay.
And I think him on point, kind of stopping everybody from rushing you down, is going to make him really strong in that position.
Well, let's talk a little bit about P.Jack here. We've got him.
So P.Jack is back in the mix.
I know he's got those twisty hands.
Twisty hands.
Doing the twister.
And I think the first thing, just to go say it up straight up, he's not just some palette swap. He's got his own unique set of moves, new and old. This is old. That's a classic right there.
I know for people like maybe new to the Tekken series and unfamiliar with some of the Tekken lore, like they see P.Jack, they see Forest Law, and they're like, those characters look a lot like other characters in the game, but these just aren't copies of those characters. They do look,
and you know, they have some moves that it's always going to be like that. He's a Jack, so he's going to have moves that are similar to Jack, but he's got his twisty hands, and he's got a lot of moves that really.
He's got that twisty waist too. Yeah, it was just.
Let's see. Oop. Let's see. This is also a new move for Jack. Got a two-hander.
Oh, nice.
Now Jack has something similar to it, but P.Jack's version is a two-hander. Now there's something really cool with P.Jack. Also, you can fly in with him when you tag him in.
Okay.
Do his whole fly thing.
And then you can do that stomp where he comes down on top.
Yes. This is it. But if you pair him up with Jack, he uses this throws him to Jack, and Jack hits him like a baseball. That's pretty sick.
Nice.
But I think he's going to be a pretty strong character as far as strategy. For me, just because he has this move that can send him up high, he's probably one of the best assistance characters in the game. Okay. Just for having that. So I like to put him on secondary because he'll be able to get me the damage I want, and just what he does to help out with the combos gives me so much more time to kind of like work with what type of position I want, or if I just want my combo to look kick-ass and flashy. So I think he's a really good character in that sense. But he's got a really good poke game, something similar to what Jack has. Good lows, ton of launchers that he can also tag in and out of. So we can do that, we can do this, bring him, and then I'm going to show you that. So that was...
There we go. The pop-up you mentioned earlier, where you're launching the guy up higher. That's definitely what you want.
And let's see, you can tag in and out. You can also tag out of this. Now here's some cool things that he has. So... the animation that you would see normally from Jack is just him holding his arms straight up, but you see the arms twisting, like that right there is a command throw that's unique specifically to P.Jack.
Okay.
What else does he have? This, that, and more.
I mean, we noticed earlier that he could fly in on tag. Can he still fly?
Yes,
normally?
Of course.
Ah, wonderful.
Cool thing that he also has is kind of a counter. So for mids and highs, you just got to time it right. They'll actually reflect off of Jack and take a good amount of damage. And I think in the older ones, the only time that you'd see animation similar to this was when he got hit by a laser beam. So he used to get hit. It still happens in this, and he also has that in this as well, but he'll get hit by a laser beam.
Yeah.
And regen a little bit of life, but just a cool, unique animation to him.
Now, can you combo after the counter, or is it just like blown back?
If you're at a wall, I think what'll happen is they'll get knocked back and they'll get the wall splat. Yeah. Then you kind of have fun with that. Yeah. Let's see, Jack. Another thing I'd like to say is that I was saying how good he was as an assistant, but for the wall, he is crazy juice. So I can show you, but. Just like I almost get 2 wall splats because of that, but I think people are gonna have fun. I love pairing him up with the other Jack. This way I can just.
You got your Robo Bro, your team.
My Robo Bros, Team Robots.
All right, well let's jump over back into character select, pick up another 2 characters, and check them out.